My mommy teaches us from her bed.
Bye, Sleeping
What does she
Beauty.
do you think?
What's up, guys? So nice to see you here.
Sleeping Beauty.
Thank you for joining us. We love when you come hang out with us, and we just we got a lot to say. So we're like 3 hours. No, we need some more time, and so we hang with you here. Make sure to tell your people, share this stream, and remember Scranton Road Promotional Ministries. They sponsor us. They're amazing. They sponsor our mug. Brian, you can take it out so people can see our mug, and make sure to like and subscribe
what to do.
and comment, especially if you're on YouTube. Good job, Brian. Yay. You should be like Vanna White. Can you stand up, Brian, and show them the mug? Go ahead.
Yes.
White. Vanna White.
Just so you don't have to stand up, Sleeping Beauty? Sure. I'd love to do that. Your kids even call you Sleeping Beauty.
Ain't that a mess?
And they also say things like, Mommy, do adults run?
I know. It's messed up.
Can you have Daddy kiss you so you get up and help?
If you're on YouTube, that's the challenge today. Let's comment and like and subscribe.
All right. Once we get everybody here.
What's up, Eva? Eva Peterson. Mike. He didn't even bother. He's probably on here. He's like, I'm sick of commenting. Sick of saying good morning. I'm sick of Brian. I don't blame you, Mike. It's okay. You could just sit there.
So, interesting article, 3 toxic expectations that it says kill relationships. I would say hurt relationships.
Yeah, for real. Calm down.
So here's how it starts off. Every person comes into relationships with some
Mike said, did you hear what Mike said?
No, I didn't.
No, listen. He said.
He doesn't talk. He writes on.
Yeah. He said, you can like it because it has to do with the article. Good morning, everyone. But you should have known that. I was thinking that. You should have known. I was thinking. I've been around. All right, go ahead.
So every person comes into relationships with some sort of expectations. Expectations around how they want to be loved. Expectations around how frequently they'll communicate with each other. Mm-hmm. Truly, the potential number of expectations are limitless. But there are reasonable and unreasonable expectations. For example, reasonable ones could be, I expect my partner to not physically strike me. I expect my partner to voice any concerns they have when it comes to the emotional health and overall connection in our relationship. But there are unreasonable ones as well. And this person who's a relationship coach, I'm not sure what that is compared to a therapist or whatever, but they've heard thousands of unreasonable expectations, and they picked the 3 big ones. These are the 3 most damaging,
wow,
and widespread expectations that hurt relationships. Number 1, and then we're going to have Jannelle give us a very good example of this from yesterday.
Yeah.
She's friends with Dr. Julie Slattery. She talks on the radio. Here's what it is. If he loved me, he'd really know what I needed. If he loved me, he'd really know what that meant.
We've known each other for 24 years.
You and Len.
I've birthed his 6 kids, so he should know. That's my understanding. But it was really nice. So on Saturday, I was out of town. I was spending time with my cousins in Columbus. Columbus is almost as good as Cleveland, by the way. Not quite. So it was a long day. And so I called him and was like, oh, baby, I miss you. And I got all emotional. And
Wait, whoa. You got emotional.
I did.
What does that mean?
I was like, I miss you. Like, I was real. I was like, I miss you.
No, emotional is like, were you crying?
I even said, man, while I'm here in the crowd, in my mind is your picture. All I could do is think about you. So he got all flustered, was like, whoa, all of that, right? That's very real. So on Sunday...
How did he respond to that? Let's slow down. I'm going to slow you down. How did he respond to that?
He said, oh, I miss you too. Like in a nice way. I was like, oh.
So he missed you too?
He told me I miss you too.
Awesome.
I was like, I'm glad you're there safe.
What a great husband.
Yeah, he's amazing. Right? So he knows. Here comes Sunday. I get home Saturday night. He's knocked out. On Sunday morning, we both wake up. He did say, I'm going to give him this. He was like, oh, we got to talk. And I was like, okay, we talked a little bit. I went and got some coffee, came back, just talked a little bit. Then he gets up, because we're doing church on the TV, on the Zoom still. And so after we're done with all that, he gets up and starts getting dressed to go and work on a project he's working on out of the house. And so I get serious because I'm like, yo, I told this man, in my head I'm saying, I told this man I miss him. He's just going to get dressed and just leave. And so I start getting dressed. My, attitude kicks in a little bit because I'm a little irritated. And then he goes, are you good? Are you okay? What's wrong? I'm like, I'm good. But
Were
I'm
you
like,
good?
wow,
Whoa.
you still don't
Were
know?
you good? Were you good?
I was good, but I was like, wow, you don't want to spend time with me? That's really, I didn't want to say all that.
So let's clarify.
I'm like, I thought you said you missed me. That's what I was saying. I thought you were like, oh, I want to spend time with you.
When you said on the phone on Saturday, I miss you, with emotion, what did that really mean?
I want to spend time with you.
When?
No, like, I wish I could be spending time with you.
Well, no, but it sounds like it meant I want to spend time with you tomorrow on Sunday. Let's spend time together because I miss you.
Yeah.
But what did you say?
I miss you.
But that meant we're spending time together tomorrow.
No, well, not necessarily. That should... No, like when you say I miss you, you're thinking, yo, as soon as I can, I want to spend time with you.
No, nope.
So you can miss somebody and not mean I want to spend time with you? Then you don't miss them.
So
by definition.
Did you sleep in the same bed as Len on Saturday night?
Yeah, I did.
Did you have coffee with him on Sunday morning?
Yeah, it was quick. Yeah, it was quick.
So then you meant we have to have coffee for a long time together.
I meant I want to kick it with you. I miss you.
But you didn't say that, though. How would he know
And then he says, ladies, then he says, I miss you too. So when he's getting dressed, my understanding is like, wow, so the only one that misses you really is me. You just get up and you're just going to go. So I guess you didn't really miss me. That's where the attitude really comes from.
So then the attitude came in, and then he said, are you okay? Like, he's really concerned about you because he loves you and he misses you.
Yeah.
And then what did you
do?
But
then that makes it even worse. Listen.
Wait, what does Proverbs call it again? It's what? It's
lying tongue.
One of the abominations.
A lying tongue.
A lie, so you lied when you said you're good.
But can I explain why? Because you're missing it.
So
when I
the
see
Bible
him
says
getting
when
ready,
you lie, if you have a good explanation, it's cool?
When I see him getting ready, I'm thinking, wow, so he doesn't miss me. So it makes it harder for me to be like, babe, don't leave. I want to spend time with you. Because I'm thinking, dang, you obviously don't want to. So here I look like a punk talking about, ooh, that looks whack.
So you wanted him to read your mind on Saturday.
But do you see what I'm saying, though? Can you talk about the other side?
And then you lied to him on Sunday.
Can you talk about the other
side?
side?
So who should feel bad?
Wow.
You.
Can you talk about the other side?
One of the toxic things in a relationship is to say, if he really loved me, he'd know what I need. I wouldn't have to tell him. Let's hear what the expert says. People are not mind readers. People are not mind readers. No one can know what you want from them in every moment without you expressing your desires. When you withhold your needs or desires from your partner, you're abandoning yourself. If you want to be in a highly functioning relationship, learn to communicate your personal desires. Some people think it's easy to tell their partner what they want, but sometimes it's not.
Can you answer my other side? The other side of the issue. YouTube is quiet. I see the people sitting there. Every time, no fail, I promise you, they're probably all sitting in the same house like, yo, watch this. Let's just sit here and just watch them. How could you do that? Y'all don't got nothing, not even a good morning? So, can you explain the other side?
Well, there isn't
How am
another
I not
side.
supposed to take that like, wow, so you don't miss me? Like, you don't want to spend time with me?
No.
And so it makes it harder for me to say, I want to spend time with you, because then I feel like whack. I'm like,
Let me give you Len's
I'm the only,
perspective.
I sound desperate.
Would you like to know Len's perspective? I can give it to you.
Did you really hear my perspective? Because that's what women feel. Listen why this is important. For many, many years, one of our major issues when we had little kids was I wanted to go on dates and he didn't. And so it was irritating. That whole, like, he should know what I'm feeling, right? I would have attitudes because I'd be like, yo, dude, like, I always got to be the one to say, I want to go on a date with you. Obviously, you don't want to. So it's like, I want you more than you want me. That's so whack. So it makes it hard to be like, babe, can you stay? I want to spend time with you, because you feel like I'm the only one. And it sounds so needy. It sounds so desperate. I know we're past the dating phase. Roll your eyes. Talk about me. I know that's whack. I'm just... At the moment, that's what I felt. Like, yo, I thought you said you missed me. All right, now give me your side. Do you understand my heart though?
I'm friends with your husband, so let me say a few things.
Okay.
So when you got back from Columbus, did you see Len at all before you fell asleep?
He was knocked out.
He was knocked out?
Yeah.
Okay. See,
thank you, Supermom. Thank you. She didn't leave me alone. Thank you for not leaving me alone. Because I know I sound kind of whack, but it's like real. She said women fear being called clingy or needy, especially when you talk to a man. Len likes to take care of business. That's one of the things I love about him. He handles business, right? And so it's that thing of like, yo, babe, like I got to get stuff done. So then you look whack, like, yo, like calm down. I got to go get stuff done. Do you see?
No husband would ever say that.
Oh my God.
What do husbands want, do you think?
You want the woman to desire you and to want to spend
and
time.
Need you.
But do you understand where I'm coming from?
No.
Because even Supermom. Okay, so
No,
explain your side, because I've interrupted you.
No, because it says one of the most toxic things, expectations that can kill relationships, is if he loved me, he'd really know what I needed without telling him. It's not fair. Totally unfair to Len. He spent time with you in the morning. He told you, in fact, it was over when he told you on the phone that he missed you too. I miss you too, baby. You expressed that you miss him, and you chose to leave and go to Columbus for the day. And he said, baby, I miss you too. Over.
And
at
so
that
the
moment.
next day you're just going to leave?
Well, no,
How come
he
men
woke
can't
up
do that?
next to you.
How come men...
He woke up next
That's
to
not
you.
spending time. And how come men can't do, oh, babe, I got to go, but like I wish I could stay and I really miss you. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's a quality time thing.
Do you think so? Maybe.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Quality time is like more than just drinking.
Gary!
Thanks, Gary.
Maybe.
Did Jannelle notice? No, because quite frankly, I can say this on the internet, can't
I
I?
don't care.
She thinks all white people look alike. So she can't tell when we get haircuts.
I can tell. It's not that I can't. It's not.
Okay, anyway,
wow,
moving back to our regular
thank
topic.
you,
She
thank you.
can't think out of that hole. So, seriously,
Yo,
it
you're
was
not
over the
addressing-
minute he reciprocated.
You're not addressing my issue because Angie says,
because-
Jannelle, I really believe we all feel the same way. I know I've done that. Eva says, no, maybe offer to come with him and help him on his project so you can spend time together.
Yeah, why does he have to do something for you? Why can't you, if you miss him, go and spend time with him? Hold a toolbox or whatever.
So I got nothing to do? So you're all telling me if you want to spend time with him, you go with him.
So your marriage is basically Len has to meet your needs.
I mean, I get it. Right. It's true.
Wow.
It's not even the...
I can only say with confidence because Sarah and I have been in marriage counseling together for weeks. By the way, Angie noticed my haircut too, so what are you going to say about that?
of course, because Gary said...
And our marriage counselor said very specifically, you have to get in a habit of asking each other if your spouse is distraught or upset. You have to look at them and say, what do you need? Is there something you need from me right now? What do you need from me?
That's good.
Because I want to be there for you.
And you know
or
what?
you have to look at your spouse and say, I need something from you. I need you to listen to me. I need you to hug me. I need you to spend time with me. You cannot do this.
David said, how can Jannelle be mad if she went to Columbus? I wasn't mad.
Yeah, you left.
I wasn't mad. Listen what it is.
Why will you not own this?
It's not even like have him stay and not do his job. I think what women want is for the man to express
Read your mind.
and say,
Read your mind.
Man, I want to spend time with you, babe, but I got to go do, like, express it.
You wanted him to read your mind.
Do
He
you see
did.
what I'm saying?
You expressed it. You said, I miss you
He
so much.
answered me.
And
If
you
on
said,
Sunday he
I
would've-
miss you too.
I mean, okay. I'm just
He
talking.
reciprocated.
I have to agree with Brian on this. I mean, I agree with Brian too. I'm just keeping it real because I know y'all feel a bunch of stuff and don't get real and admit. You know, emotions don't have logic, and so I'm telling you what I felt. And then he
Pray for Len. Len is not capable of reading minds because humans can't do that. So pray for Len because the expectation for him is that he read minds. We need to pray for Len. Lord, be with Len. It's hard to be Len.
I do agree with Brian. I need to get better. But I think sometimes,
But it's
you
Len's
feel
fault.
what you feel.
Why you gotta throw a butt in there? No one listens to the stuff before when you throw the butt in.
Angie says, I think that may be applied when you first get into a relationship, expressing everything word for word. But I think that when you've been in a relationship for a while, that you kind of know what your spouse means when they say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
If you read any marriage expert, talk to any marriage counselor, I love you, Angie, but you're wrong.
Whatever. Rob says, women want to know they're always being thought of. Jannelle carried that emotion from the call, which created an expectation. Len responded on that day how he was feeling. He loves you and will always address it. Len is awesome. And he did tell me before he left, after he kind of figured it out, because he likes to say, I speak in riddles. And so after he figured it
So he's got even a label for the number one toxic thing?
So after he figured it out, he gave me what I wanted. And I know I'm going to get better at expressing what I want. But he was like, baby, I really want to spend time with you. I really miss you, but I really got to get this work done. I really whatever. And a little bit it is, and I'm working on it. It is that kind of like, how awkward does it sound? Can you please tell me that you miss me and I'm really a priority over your job? To have him say it was like, oh, babe, it just felt more genuine.
What's wrong with saying it so explicitly?
To be like, because then it's like, okay, you said it because I asked you to say it like
Is
that.
he your husband? Is he the person you love more than anything that you share your heart with?
I know.
That you're more vulnerable with than anyone
you're saying
physically,
all that,
emotionally?
and all of y'all who are judging me, but at the same time, men say, oh, we want our women to desire us. After 24 years, you don't know I desire you? No, we still got to do things that let a man know I desire you. So it's the same way. It's just that y'all like to point at us and be like, well, you guys got to be clear. We still want, like, okay, no, because guys do it too.
You can tell Father's Day is around the corner.
David says not all men express their emotions. I want to give it up for, hold on. There was somebody here that's pretty awesome. Marcy says communication is key. I've learned the hard way. I agree, Marcy. And Len has done a great job at making me feel safe to express it. I just have to do better. It's all me.
Look at
Nick
everybody
says, look at
notice.
Nick.
Everybody.
Your barber did you well, Brian.
Everybody noticed my haircut but you.
Eva says, see, I'm the wife that would say, hey, I thought we could spend some time together today. That's awesome, Eva. I'm going to learn from you. That is awesome. And Danella, woo! Danella says, Jannelle, you're looking so thin and refreshed this morning. Woo! Yeah. Give her a round of applause.
Have you apologized to Len yet? Poor Len.
I haven't apologized. I didn't apologize.
You're not gonna.
But
guess
what he found when he got home? My baby found wild rice with shrimp. So I was in the bed because I got to go to work. And I picked up the phone when I heard him. I said, hey, baby, your dinner is on top of the table. He was all souped. I was like, it's shrimp and rice. So I take care of him. He's good. But I will specifically say, next time I won't speak in riddles. Rachel says, it is weird to walk around saying, thank you. I need you to give me attention. But I got to say for him to say, you good? Are you good? That was an opportunity to express it. I agree, Rachel. I agree. That was an opportunity. And the fact that he asked, and we've been through some serious self-counseling through that book. It's not even marriage counseling. But it's done wonders. So he's good. Eva says, was he ever expressive in that way? No.
It's a discipline to learn how to do that. I'm not saying we're good at it, but we're working on that very thing in our marriage. So I can tell you it's hard work, but it's got to be done.
Yeah. And he's doing a great job. Because some men fight it and say it's not necessary or I'm good.
Look at Angie.
Angie says that's because you know what he wants. He didn't have to ask for that great dinner. Thank you. Whoa, Angie. What you going to tell Angie? How come he doesn't have to tell me, baby, can you have some?
Angie, it feels like it's a warm-up for Father's Day. That really, at the end of the day, we love you, but you could do better.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Angie says, I think you and Len have a very healthy relationship. We actually do, and it's gotten even better. But I will say that part of the trick I'm learning, especially with him, is, you know that saying that says good marriages last because there's always at least one person who's being strong or who, like, got it together? So when I'm a mess, he'll be the one to be like, are you good? Or, so that's helping.
You guys have a great marriage. I'm just giving you a hard time because you wouldn't own your junk.
No.
That's what Christians need to do.
No. I like it. I was the one that told you. I was the one that was like, actually, I did that this week. But I was going to say.
Just a pat on the head.
Even saying it out loud makes me think, dude, there's some stuff you still don't outgrow. Because those are the kind of things you do when you're like the first 5 years. Like you would think, I mean, this dude like puts his life on the line. Why would I be afraid to sound desperate or,
You know what the word is? It's vulnerable.
Yeah, but
it's not desperate. It's vulnerable.
But why are we still afraid decades later?
It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's something we need to continually work on. But
Yeah.
when someone says, I don't want to look desperate, what they're really saying is, I don't want to be vulnerable.
Yeah. Robert says, it's easier to please most men. Thank you, in Jannelle's voice. To please most men. Is that fair? Most people, I've heard people say.
Is Rob right usually? No.
Oh!
Nice try, Rob.
Eva says, or learn the ways in which he is expressive. He has his own love language. He does, and I found out like decades later, and it very much is, I added something to his to-do list. It's acts of service. I did, and I could hear it in his voice when I did it. And I was like, oh, damn.
What?
It's so bad. I went to, one of the last things to fix in our house is my kitchen. And so when we're talking about Columbus, I was like, oh my gosh, guess what? And then I told him my cousin hooked his kitchen up. I was like, dude, it was like decked out, all that. And he was like, he went like that. But then I'm like, dude, I'm not talking about my kitchen. But he took it. And I realized, like, I have to.
You speak in, what is it?
Riddles. But I didn't
You
mean
set
to.
yourself up for that.
I didn't mean to. But remember he said that.
Did you tell him that? Poor Len. He's gonna be going to Home Depot today and start buying stuff.
Rob says, Eva says, if you can't be vulnerable with your spouse, who can you be vulnerable with? Well, if I'm going to be real, though, there are spaces where you still discover, I haven't, like, this is still.
Of course.
And it's not his fault. So I don't want to say he's doing anything to make me feel, but I think we can all, and so encouraging all of us, explore those areas. How have you discovered new areas where you're like, I'm not vulnerable in this area?
Marriage counseling.
That's it?
I don't know.
That's your face when you're clueless. But go ahead, keep going. You go like this. You go. Go ahead. Gosh. It's really irritating because you did that on Friday when I was asking you about your brother. And you were like, I don't know. We're like, and I could tell, yes. I noticed that. You don't like to be on the answering side of questions. Thank you. Go ahead.
All I got to say is pray for Len. Pray for Len. Hashtag pray for Len. In fact, Team Brian, start adding that to hashtag pray for Len.
Wow.
Hashtag pray for Len. Let's break the internet with prayers for Len.
David says, who's your marriage counselor? He's on your team, so.
None your business.
Oh,
there's so many good ones out there. I'm joking with you. There's great marriage counselors out there. What I would encourage you to do is go through your insurance company and look for somebody that's covered by your insurance company with the suffix in their name MFT. That's licensure in marriage and family therapy. MFT, marriage and family therapy.
Mike says, this is me. Babe, I went and got you Chipotle burrito because I love you, but I ate it on the way back. I would do that, and then what's messed up is he doesn't even like Chipotle. So I would do that. That is so, I try not to, but I'll get stuff that, like, involves hooking me up in some way. But I told you what he does to me, so.
No, David, I highly encourage you to find one. Again, I think the easiest way to do it is to go through your insurance company, whoever they are. You can search for providers, and there's going to be a whole section on mental health, essentially, and that's therapy. And you can find people in your area by zip code with most health insurance companies that you can look specifically for marriage counseling. I encourage you to look for those who are professionally trained in that for marriage and family therapy. You could also call Fieldstone Counseling, I know probably does that. I'm sure they have some marriage therapists there as well. Or even Jannelle and Len have done some great work. I give her a hard time, but by just getting a book and going through a book together.
Yeah, and we set a couple of days together away from the kids, the house, and everything, and it was intense, and it's transformed our marriage. And in fact, in the book, the man says most couples would do good with the book. And so if you want to start there, one advice or encouragement I got from Julie, and this is for all who are listening, I was looking for counseling for myself. And I went to this one woman and just like left almost crying because it was not a good match. And I was just so irritated with the waste of time.
She was a mess.
It was horrible.
Trust me. Jannelle told me about it off the air. It's a mess.
And I would have just quit. Like, I would have just been like, yo, this is crazy. But then Julie says it does take a while. It's a journey to find the right match.
That's right.
And then she even said it could be a great counselor. Like, you could have great reviews. It could have been great for your friend and not been a good fit for you. So
That's
don't
right.
give up as you look. Tiffany says, my husband and I do that. I love the book thing. Yeah, that book was good. Specifically, 7 Principles to Make Marriage Work. And we just went through chapter 4, and he promised me we're going away every 3 months. So my excuse is, remember, babe, we still got to go to chapter 5 so that he could take me away.
And by the way, Angie said she's looking for counseling. Good, I like that. I've been in counseling. My wife's in counseling. Here's what I'm going to tell you, and it's unconventional in Christian circles. Churches that have a counseling ministry that doesn't require any sort of licensure or training, run. Mm-hmm. Run away as fast as you can. Mm-hmm. Would you go to, if you broke a leg, would you go to some guy at church that prays for broken legs? Or would you go to an orthopedist? You know what I mean? Like, there is specific training out there for mental health. And if you're looking for counseling and you want to go for licensures, look for a licensed professional counselor at minimum. And if you want to go for even a higher level of training, look for the suffix licensed clinical professional counselor. LCPC.
Good job.
Licensed clinical professional counselor. Look for those licensures because those folks have gone through lots of training to know about not only brain science, but how to do therapy effectively, what's healthy, what's unhealthy, how to recognize trauma, how to help people in different situations. Again, and I cannot tell you enough, the best way to find it is go through your insurance company. That's where you're going to find this stuff. You can even call your insurance company and say, I'm looking for a licensed clinical professional counselor that's covered in my area, and they'll help you find them. Go for it.
Peace out.